All right, all right. I looked everywhere online. I couldn't find a solution to this problem that I was having here with this Jeep Grand Cherokee. So if I put the key in the ignition, this is a 2006 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and this is what you get. So it just click and click and click. So I finally figured out what the problem was and how to fix it. And since I couldn't find anybody that could explain this or any solution online, I figured I'd make a quick video and post it, and maybe that will help some folks. I got all type of example of what the problem might have been, from it being the most common problem that I was told is that I was finding out, which I already checked, was the relay right here. So if you come over here in the front of the engine, you've got two boxes. I've already taken everything apart. Now I just fixed the problem so everything looks a little messy. But the second, there's two boxes here, one with fuses and relay. And if you go from the bottom to the top, 1, 2, and 3, the number 3 is the starter relay, as it was saying in this box here, the starter. And I had someone inside the vehicle turning on the key for me, and I get click in here. So I figured the relay wasn't the issue at first. I swapped the relay. I swapped all 4 relay, and none of them cause it to start. And from time to time, it will start once, and then I shut it off, and it won't start again. I bypassed the way I figure out the problem is that I bypassed the starter by going directly from the battery to the starter pole and the engine turn. I use a multimeter, and I tested. In a second here, I'm gonna grab my multimeter and show you what's going on. In fact, while I speak, I should just go and get it. I use my multimeter to check out the voltage in the battery. I've got good voltage in the battery, good voltage when I test it from this line here that comes from the battery that goes to the starter. I get 12 volts. So, and I went in here and also took this out, and if you're looking into, I'm using my phone to do this quick video here because I'm in a hurry. If you look in here, you have a couple of holes. You get, for your starter, you have 4 of them. This one is always hot. This one, the second one, goes to your starter. This is the ground, and the middle one is empty, and the one to the side is the one that goes from your ignition. So when I had my daughter turn the key on the ignition for me, I get power in here. And when I took this apart and go to the bottom and follow that same wire, the one that goes to the starter, I do that, I get power, but nothing goes to the line that goes to the starter. So that would tell me that it's possible that it is it's the relay itself. But I come to think of doing one more thing, was to check the. So if I'm gonna try this, see, this one is always hot. I get 12 volt from it. Try to put everything close to each other, see how that helps. So if I go, my multimeter, I go on the negative pole, and I go on this one here, it's always hot. The one that was the issue is the ground in this vehicle. The ground was the problem. So when I go to the ground, which should always have ground, I get 5-6 volt at most, which means I'm not getting a good enough ground. So each time I try to start the vehicle, it would try, the relay would click, but it would shut off because there's not enough ground in there. So what I did was I instead of following the ground and all the way through, I just snipped it there and hooked up a piece of wire, and I bring it over into the firewall here. Of course, I took the bottom part off and I rigged it and poke a hole in there, make the hole a little wider, and got my new line. So this will be my new ground. And I just took out one of those screws, so I'm just gonna hook it under there. I'll tighten it up later and I'll show you what happened. I go in. Oh, I forgot to put the relay back. That wouldn't be any help. I want to keep this video real short. So it wasn't the relay that was bad, it was the ground that went to the relay that caused the problem. And now, success. I hope this video helps out, as I hear all type of horror story. Folks that took their vehicle to the dealership, and just like I did, I replaced it. The problem happened to me outside, right near a shop. So I bought a brand new battery, and I swapped the battery. Somehow miraculously it starts, and I came home, same problem. So I figured, you know what, I'll just change the starter before I even test it. My wife was in a hurry, and same thing. Then that's when I had to go and did the whole diagnostic, and I spent over $200 where I wouldn't have to spend a dime to make this happen. So good luck. I hope this helped. Again, I'll explain it. Oh, there you go. Let me try it again. Each time, like a charm. Again, if you're having this problem, make sure you have somebody help you out, and make sure that you are getting, get a multi-volt meter and see how much volt you're getting from each port. Whether it's when someone hold the key for you and turn it, make sure you're getting 12 volt. Make sure you're getting a constant 12 volt coming in, and you're getting 12 volt. And another way of easily doing this is to bypass it directly from here on the line that goes to the starter, and just bypass it with the line that's always hot. If your starter turn, then you know the problem is not in between here. So again, issue was my ground, which is the wire all the way on the side here. I found it back here, snipped it, run it to the firewall, and good to go. Take care, and hope this helped a lot of you out there.